Thank you.
I definitely saw some improvements on the control with the weapon traffic, with attacking. A couple of the defenses, I want to see you guys, during your movement phase, prepping the parry across to the opposite side of wherever it's going. So that way, when you do need to parry, it's coming all the way across the frame. You're still getting in those points where the parry is drifting to the middle of your body during your movement phase. And so you're only doing like a half parry. But the attacks were very clean. I like that you guys slowed down and made sure you had 3 lines. Good job.
The only thing I've got to say is, whatever speed you guys are practicing at, when you showcase, try to maintain the same speed. You sped up a little bit. Anyway, that's...
All right, thank you. Now staff.
Staff? Sure. Yeah, you too.
I'm going to be playing Roy. I'm Rowan, playing Bonacia, the barbarian warrior queen of music.
I was going to say good acting, but again, watch out with speeding up from where you were actually practicing it. That's the biggest thing.
5. Could have been a little bit more extended to come through.
Yeah.
I think everything.
Also, don't react into the punch. When you got punched in the face, you're like this. Okay, so react backwards, like the force went through you, not that you went in to meet it, because you can lose teeth that way. So be careful.
I really like your prep lines. You have really big, dramatic prep lines. They were really cool. They look really
And I wasn't smiling.
Yes. So they were just gigantic. And just, I believe the force of the attacks. I really like
On one of those, there was
And of
force.
course, I always like your acting.
Sarah, playing Donna.
I am solving currently on the
That needs to change.
I agree.
Did you hear the ooze? That's how you can tell that move was executed correctly. Because everybody went, ooh.
I know that you were having getting back to him on the backside. Thought that was good. Targeting.
Yeah, you caught him in the butt.
It was just a bit high, but other than that.
Good job, guys. Anything
Yeah,
else?
I really like your transitions. A lot of times people struggle with, after they've executing a move, getting to the next move. And one of the things you did very well that is signs of someone who's becoming an advanced fighter is as you're finishing a move, your footwork is beginning to move toward the next move and flowing, which looked really nice. That was pretty. Great reaction on the hit. A lot of times what people don't realize is the hit, a big hit ending like that, 9 times out of 10 isn't the person executing, it's the person showing it. So great job. Okay.
Good job keeping up with the veteran. Good job.
Any other stat?
That's it for stat.
Sword 1. Go ahead, guys. Remember, do it at the same pace that you did during practice.
Hello, I am currently playing as Kravka. I'm Ethan. I'm Sir K.
Start over, sir.
Yeah.
Just take a minute.
Yeah.
No good. Swirl. You get them all. On your parry, on his sword thrust, your parry started in the middle part of your body. You corrected the first one that I told you to correct, but that one I hadn't seen. I hadn't get a chance to correct. You want to make sure it starts on the opposite side first. Okay? But really good lines. I like that you took your time. You had great extension. And I like that you guys kind of added acting later in the fight, and when you tried to do it here, it messed you up, so you went ahead and got rid of the acting to make sure you practiced your technique, and I thought that was smart.
And I'll say I appreciate the speed of it. That was good speed for you guys to go. Right.
Something I saw, but I don't know if you do this a lot, because this is the first time I saw it, I don't want to become a habit, is when you're blocking, especially I saw you, don't reach for his attack, make his attack reach for your block. So there's a couple blocks on like a thrust where you were blocking like way out here, it's like, that you have to make closer to your body, and then he'll get to you.
Anyway.
Okay, so a couple housekeeping notes here. One of them. You're the one who was guilty of doing this, but I've seen so many people do this today. A 5 parry. A 5 parry is not directly over your head. Okay? Everybody does this. Everybody does this. Okay? Make sure that you keep that arm out flat. Blade still in front of your head so that you have that little bit of cheat space. But you've got to provide them a target on the fort of this blade for your opponent to strike, so that that strike doesn't come in and it's straight over their head. It's so easy to do, and what Chris did was he reached up to parry that 5 all the way up here. So he's defending his head. It makes sense, it's a visceral thing to do, but his head shouldn't be the target. Okay, and so he forced his head to be the target, because the only thing that Ethan had to swing at then was the fort of his blade that was directly over his head. The other little housekeeping thing, especially since we're in an indoor surface, I've corrected a couple people about this today, but I just want to say to everybody, so everybody knows, when you're standing around with a sword, the sword point shouldn't be in the ground, especially not if you're doing this. Because eventually you're going to bore a hole through their thing. The proper thing to do is to set it on top of your shoe. So point like right on top of your toe. In a boot, it's even easier. If you're wearing sandals, I don't recommend it, because you shouldn't be wearing sandals, right?
Closed-toed shoes.
Right. So just try to be cognizant of where your point is, and if you're gonna set your sword point down, put the point on top of your foot. It's just that you'll see pretty much any theater contact guy who's been doing it long enough, or girl who's been doing it long enough. That's where they have it, and it's because you want to protect it from the ground. Also, when you're outside, well, no harm done, right? All wrong. And the soil and the grass is wet. This is mild steel. It will rust very quickly. So that's how you'll see some swords have a little dark patch right at the end. Wonder why that is. So,
Also,
just the 2 little housekeeping things. Don't put your point in the ground, and pay attention to your 5s. That's for everybody. Anybody who does a classic 5 in this position, whatever weapon you're using, provide them that target area that's not your head. Okay?
and believe it or not, with outdoor sword going into the ground, we've had irrigation systems punctured by a sword when they're buried really shallow. It happened at bar.
Thank you, guys.
You can tip-toe to them.
I'm Joel, playing mermaids.
Sophia, playing Lady Isolde.
She's after me Lucky Charms.
here, look you in.
Cuts are improving. Parries we still have to work on during movement phase, drifting the parry to the opposite side so that you can bring it all the way across. Something that will help you immensely is if you have larger distance between the two of you while you're fighting. You start getting really, really close to each other. And a way to fix that is start very far apart and be cognizant of it during the fight. Okay?
The only thing that I really saw is when you go to do your 5 block, make sure the tip comes down and through and then up. Otherwise.
Thank you.